Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Recovering Chicken Soup for the Recovering Zone Mental Health Recovery Communities. My name is Elena. I work as a professional social worker, and today we are about to become acquainted with one of the greatest communities in the world. That not consisting of houses, buildings, shops, shopping mall areas, trees, and schools, but that one resides in the heart and souls of people who share a common bond. They are people who have become one of the part in the recovery community. They are members in the mental health recovery communities. And today I will share with you their stories, their life story in this chicken soup for the recovery zone. And each members of the recovery communities have successfully overcome their tremendous obstacles in their life and in their fighting themselves in order to find a better life in physically, emotionally, and spiritually. In this book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, after you read this short story will move, inspire, entertain you when you read it, and especially after you read, you will understand how these people in the story cannot overcome their tremendous obstacles alone, and how their mentors appear at the right time and at the right way to help them. And this story are not about pain and despair, but they are about hope and relationships, and they are also not about strategies for change, but they are about human spirit that will be not denied. Most people whose lives are touched by addiction and other many problems in the story always feel blue, feel completely alone, and every now and then they think that nobody could understand their situation. No one can understand or appreciate their emotion, their situation, their life. So that makes them feel completely alone. And some of them knows one's help. However, then they soon find many others who share similar experience and are willing to help them. So they started to change their thought and their life to find a better way in the physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. And now, let's attempt to get started. Read the book story. What was left unspoken? What was left unspoken? My memory was in the playpen or the cliffs of ice in a highball class, and the chest of green olives. My mother was a beautiful and vivacious woman. However, by the time I was a toddler and a dozen years into their marriage, my father left. So it made my mother was so defeated and inspirited. And of course, my mother became a monk rocker. And one day, when I was old enough to use the phone, I started to make a decision that I made a call to my biological father for assurance. And we experimented with spending a couple of weeks together in each every summer. However, that my father and me had given our feeble attempt at trying to build our relationship, and then I chased him away. As I entered the teens, my mother got married with a violent alcoholic who uses fish freely and often, and of course, the domestic violence often appeared in my family between husband and wife. And on that day, there no word child welfare agencies or domestic abuse hotline. So, children. So what happened between husband and wife? There was no one business, so children were collateral damage, and my mother was beaten often, and once badly enough to be hospitalized. And after that, my stepfather spent a few days in jail and went through the motion in rehab, after which they reunited and we moved. Then after that, we had moved to another station. However, I thought I wasn't going to live like that any longer. It was her life. My mother is what her life is what my mother lives. So she could live it. However, I wasn't going to live like that any longer. Then I needed some help. Then I thought, I remembered my father, and I decided to make a call to him for rescues. And as you know, finally, my father appeared and helped me a lot. However, one day someone had tracked me down through an old friend who knew where I worked, and my dad was dying. From then on, I tried to spend much time with my father. One afternoon, I sat quietly and I said I was so sorry for what I did in the past, that I chased him away because I was so sorry for what I done in the past, and now my father was dying. I was so dispirited, and then I spent most of my time with my father. He died a few weeks later, but during the time we had been together, it was never difficult to say the few words that could have made such a difference so many years ago. I loved you, my father. I let you down. I will forgive you. And that's all I want to share with you. What of this short story in the chicken soup for the recovering son. All you guys, maybe after you listen what I shared you about the story about some recovery communities, mental health recovery, maybe you understand what I want to share you. And actually lots of painful often appear in happiness in our life, such as we lose my father or my mother or something like that. And lots of people want to find a happy life. So how to have a happy life? Happy life, actually, I think this is very important. It is very difficult to answer for this question, how to have a happy life. And maybe if you want to know how we can find actually happiness, please back to other my videos and we will discuss about this topic, how to have a happy life. And thanks for watching videos and see you next time. Bye.